Yo, yo, check it, check it, check Welcome to the Nihan Arrive Show. Nihan has arrived for show. I'm gonna give you more from the heart and soul. So whether you in the kitchen or on the road, on the go, give it a listen, give it a listen. Positivity, harmony, good vibes only. It's a goal, right? Whether we love or fight, check in with yourself. Don't go a day or night without inner peace and self-love, alright? You never knew I can be on the mic as always, peace, love, and light. Aw snap, aw snap, aw snap, aw snap. How's it going, champ? How's it going?
Hey Nihan, thanks so much for inviting me on your show today.
Yeah, it's cool. Like you got the Great Awakening map, and like I've seen some things on there. I was like amazed. Like some of the stuff I knew about, but like I was like reading it, like I was like interested. It took me like 54 minutes to go through the whole thing. But
that's a really nice number, 54. Oh, I'll remember that forever.
Yeah.
I really like your name because your name has Krishna in it. And it threw me off when I first saw it. I was like, whoa, who is this guy? I want to know all about it. I think it's really good that you change your name because it helps you become a new person. It helps you shed away the old ego from your previous life or even previous lives up to this life. So I can tell that you have had some sort of awakening and some spiritual shift in your life to go that far as to change your name and like seek out creators such as myself and have conversations about, you know, things that are pertinent to our true nature. Not all of that garbage that you see on the mainstream media, you know. We want to try to get away from that and find others, you know, like ourselves who are into this type of information.
Wow, that's amazing. It's amazing. Like, so like what would you like to focus on in this conversation? Because like I really want to like go high and in vibration and talking about energy and even the map and like some of the stuff you get into like with being a yogi and like because I have plans to actually go on that's in I think Thailand is cool. They got groups and stuff like on Discord, like some people that get together and stuff.
Very interesting. Since you sought me out for this conversation, and I have a feeling that you've spent some time exploring the Awakening Map.
Yeah.
I think that the topics that you find on there interesting are the topics that are going to lead you to your next adventure in life.
Yeah.
So whether it be like psychedelics or meditation or UFOs or
aliens,
eating food, anything that you choose on that map, I mean, those topics can lead you for decades into a whole new life and a whole new world, meeting new people, traveling to exotic places in the world, just from studying like one topic, for example, on the map. You know, some people are into like psychedelics and they experiment with ayahuasca and it'll take them across the world to Peru and to the Amazon, and they'll meet amazing shamans. And then from there, they'll meet amazing groups of people who will change their lives. They'll find new jobs, new places to live. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Depending on what you feel like discussing today, you know, we can go as deep as you want.
Shamanism, spirituality, meditation, like rainbow body, aliens, like all the stuff, like even the higher stuff, like with the moon and stuff that's happening beyond the space program. Full disclosure.
That. I mean, of all the things that you just mentioned, you said rainbow body. And if anybody I meet in the world even knows that word or wants to talk about it, that's the number one thing I would always talk about, because I don't think there's anything else more important in this world than studying the rainbow body and becoming the light body before you die. I mean, everything else is just a huge distraction from this light body that we have. It's our birthright. It's the only thing that we should be pursuing this life that is worthwhile. I think so, because it's said that you have to be born a human countless times, like thousands, tens of thousands of times before you're lucky enough to be born on a world where there is information available about the body of light. And then you have to still be born countless times until you're lucky enough to find a teacher who can even teach you how to become the body of light. So in this lifetime, because you've already found this information, because you already know about the light body, now you have a very, very high chance that this is one of your last lifetimes on Earth as a human. Like, try to comprehend how profound that is. That's why, for myself, after creating something like the Awakening Map, there's just so many things on there to distract you. I mean, even though they're spiritual topics, sometimes you can just go the wrong way in spirituality and just go somewhere that doesn't really take you to full enlightenment.
Yeah.
So I think that because you have an interest in meditation and the light body and shamanism and things of higher consciousness, this is the path. This is the highest path for you. And I don't think there would be a higher path other than, you know, seeing other things that are available within the spiritual world, but always keeping meditation the number one goal, attaining the higher states of consciousness that you want, so that you can find, you know, the ultimate truth of life and be happy, truly happy. That way, you know, when death comes, your consciousness is going to be in a high vibration. And those people who meditate, when they pass away, their consciousness goes to higher realms. And that's the whole point of being a yogi and studying Dharma and studying Buddhist meditation, because I think that they're the masters of the higher realms. They're the master of entering Pure Lands when they die. They're the masters of attaining the light body. And there are other spiritual traditions that, you know, talk about the light body, but the Dharma of the Buddhist yogis and monks, they're the ones still attaining light body to this day. So I choose that path. It's already available.
Imagine the meditation and even the gongs and all that sound healing and stuff, like just hearing those instruments and like just meditating, like being with a group of people and they all like just vibrating high. I had a question about full disclosure. Like, is that like the government or people like giving the answers to the people, like who they are and stuff, like when they say full disclosure?
There's different levels of full disclosure. You have to understand that we've known about ETs and aliens for like 20, 30 years. But, you know, back then, nobody had Instagram and Facebook and social media. Pumping out this type of information to the public was really difficult. But over the past, you know, decade or so, since I've been into studying extraterrestrial ETs, aliens, UFOs, free energy, since I got into this, you know, YouTube and Instagram and Facebook were just starting to become popular, and people were just sharing this information everywhere. So full disclosure to me has already happened. It's just that people are just so slow and dumb to believe it. They just would rather watch TV and waste their life away to the mainstream media. So for those who seek information and for those who listen to all of the reports of all the whistleblowers who have worked on UFOs, who have seen aliens, who have had contact, full disclosure is already happening for you and me. But for the rest of the world, they could care less, bro.
Yeah.
So it's up to us to keep sharing this knowledge like we are right now on this podcast. And millions of people will listen to it somehow, some way, somewhere. So that's full disclosure. It's up to you and I to keep
that
released to the public. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that paused for a while. I didn't hear what you were saying about the public and stuff. It paused for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, we can't let the government do it for us because they'll never tell us the full truth, and they don't know the full truth. There's no way they could. The topic is just too deep and too complicated. Only people like you and I who have researched this stuff for years are going to be the people who share it to the public. So full disclosure is going to happen on social media, not on mainstream news. Absolutely not.
They not they
They would
not they don't even practice with like herbs and stuff. Like they just so like 3D.
they wouldn't even know what to do with it. Even if you showed them a UFO, they wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. It's like it's programming like and like there's a lot of stuff on the map, like talking about Star Wars. There's some
So
amazing
many things
stuff.
Star Wars is true, man.
It's amazing stuff. Like and like when we're present minded, like we hear things and then oftentimes we just forget, like we forget the information. Like if something happened before, it's like we just go back to the program and like we gotta stay present minded, I think.
What is it that you talk about with your other guests on your podcast? Do you talk about UFOs and stuff, or do you talk about more like
I talk about
concept?
like with shamanism based off of who they are. Like I lift the vibrations because I feel energy and stuff. I feel energy. I studied massage therapy, subtle body energetics. And I just let it flow. It's like a good conversation, and it's a chat show. It's an interview style. I let it flow, but I try to gather some information. I try to share my 2 cents, and like I feel I see I learn from them. I see what they're saying, and we connect with the audience. It's all about that human connectivity, and I think talking to therapy is almost like energy work too. You know, got to stay hydrated, but also it's like you creating. It's a collaboration between the two people talking. Like how they say, communication is a two-way street.
Every podcast I do, it's random, and the
Yeah,
information that comes out during the recording is meant to be. It's
yeah.
the voice of the universal mind
It's energy.
sharing.
It's energy.
So whoever hears it, it will resonate with those that need to receive this type of message at this time of their life.
Yeah.
So all of your energy healing work, that is showing that you are an intuitive. You are using your consciousness and your emotions, your emotional body to
Yeah.
help heal people. And that is just one way. Like on the map, you'll see this under psychic healing. So
Okay.
psychic healing is a very huge topic. And the work that you do is a form of psychic healing. You are literally using your consciousness to heal people through feeling and through intuition.
Yeah, I
So
got a deep sense of touch and feel and energy. Like I can like as people talking, it's like creative awareness. Like I might relate something to a movie or like whatever is going on, like and I can like see the unseen a little bit. Like I used to like one time I was able to like read and see energy, like aura fields and stuff. I still do. I can like read body language and like if I pay attention, I can see what's subtle. Yeah.
yeah, looking at people's auras is a practice that anybody can do. You just have to look at the space away from my head, about a few inches,
Okay.
and you'll start to see like a wavy, sort of like a mirage kind of heat, kind of feeling, sensation, visual thing.
Yeah.
You'll see it on your patients and people. And it just shows that your third eye is
It's like
starting
purple.
to open.
I see purple.
Oh, thanks. Violet is nice.
Third
But
eye. The color of
I don't know
the
if you can see it on Zoom, but people say you can. I don't know.
yeah. I don't
So
know if it's the colors in the room, but like I see like blue and like this type of like chakra higher levels.
if you practice this type of like visualizations, you'll start to get more and more skilled at it, and then you'll start to be able to see auras of people in public, and you'll understand whether they're sick, whether they're happy, whether they're having a bad day,
Yeah.
whether they're a healer. There's all sorts of like different levels of like skill you can have at this, but I can't do that. So
Yeah.
I can see simple auras, but on trees and people. But if I walk into public, I won't see colors of auras off of people like other people do. But I do read people really well. I've always been sort of an intuitive empath since
Yeah.
I was born. I didn't know what it was until I started meeting people, like you and I, who talk about this stuff. So it's just one of those things that you're born with, that you take with you from past lives, and you're supposed to use these abilities in this life to help yourself and then to help all other beings.
Yeah.
So, they call them star seeds, light workers, indigo children, wanderers. I'm sure you and I are lumped in there somewhere. That's why we're interested in having these kind of conversations right now at this time.
Bro, communication is powerful. Like if you think about like all the presidents, all the people, like they can lead people, they command people, and like they got a strong sense of like talking and stuff. Like communication is powerful. Like you can like when I went to massage therapy school, like I was like seeing like it was like a resonant field, aura field. Like I can like I wasn't like sometimes like it's like when you don't tune in, like or if you practice breathing, you can like be in the present moment. But like if you don't like if you know there's something like if there's somebody like I don't know, like you don't pay attention to it, but like you kind of glance or something, like you can see the unseen, like and that's energy, that's like subtle things. But like I remember like I did like some energy work in class, and like we was doing like we was in subtle body energetics. It's like and we had a healing light book, Hands of Light, and we was going through that class, and like it was just so transformational. And like that class, like when I was in college, like it was like 2011, I was able to like see people's aura, like as my dad was driving, like he was driving the car, and like I could see like resonant aura fields, like my energy was high vibrational. And like from that class, like I get regular massages I give like from my heart chakra, and I'll give massages to other people and stuff. Like everything was professional and love. And when I went when he was driving, and I could see like other people like it's kind of like at night, like when it's raining, and you could like almost see like lights and stuff, like it's like a vibe, like auras, like but like it was daytime, and like I could see like the energy and stuff of other people, like when they're driving ahead and stuff. Like you can read stuff, like even when you're driving in cars, like you pay attention. Like some people, they might tell you to go and stuff. Like you read their body language too and stuff. Like you can see, like use your eyes and stuff, senses and stuff. And senses is powerful.
Yeah, man, like your abilities seem to be really heightened right now. So keep practicing and
Yeah.
exploring during these kinds of times. Because for myself, when I first was into this stuff, my abilities were really heightened. Like I was obsessed with auras and energy and things like that. But over the years, as my interests changed, I spent less time focusing on, energy studies and things like that. So my abilities to see auras and to feel energies is not something that I practice as much. Right now I'm more of into practicing my Dzogchen meditation
Okay.
and studying Dharma every day. So that takes up most of my time and my interest.
Can
But
you help
all
me
of
get
these-
into that? Because it sounds like it's deep, it's meditative. It sounds like the monks.
If you are interested in Dzogchen meditation, that means that you have some sort of a karmic attachment. That's not an attachment, you have some sort of a karmic bond to the lineage. And it's very interesting to find people who are interested in Dzogchen, because you have to be born 10,000 times as a human before you are lucky enough to hear the word Dzogchen. And then on top of that, you have to be fortunate enough to be born with a body that can hear and see and study the Dharma of the Buddhist Dharma. So we are in that lifetime right now where the teachings of Dzogchen are available. The monks and the lamas and the yogis who practice it are still alive and teaching it and still attaining rainbow body enlightenment to this day. So I think that in this lifetime, those who seek the Buddhist meditation path, I think that this is one of the highest callings
Wow.
that they could ever pursue. It may sound sort of daunting at first, but it really isn't. All you need to do is find a lama, whether in real life or on YouTube, and they have to be teaching Vajrayana Buddhism. There's 3 forms of Buddhism in this world, and they're known as Theravada, Mahayana, and Vajrayana. And the one that you're interested in is Vajrayana, because you're interested in all of the energy work and the heightened abilities and cities and special powers, special abilities such as the light body. These are
Avatar.
all can attain if you
Airbender.
practice dharma, but they're not the end goal, you know, it's just a bonus.
Yeah.
So for
It's like
those who, like,
the Airbender.
exactly, all of these things are real. And if you are ready to pursue a life where you're ready to practice the Dharma and practice these abilities, then, you know, this is the time. There's no other time. There's just so many distractions in this world. We have to really focus on what we're here to do, and using our abilities and our connections to other people like you and I to find these sacred and secret teachings and to practice.
Yeah, I gotta learn more. I remember when I was in college, like my teacher, it reminds me of my teacher. He was he was teaching Tai Chi and Shiatsu and talking about the meridians in the body. And like I really I love Tai Chi, and like he talked about like ancient Chinese medicine. So I think that kind of resonates, and like just having that strict discipline and like going harder in life, and like everything in balance, yin yang.
Exactly. I practice a few Qigong moves for healing, but I've never studied the inner body, such as the meridians and channels. So that's something that comes along the path when you are studying Dharma. If you are a Vajrayana practitioner, sometimes you learn about those things. But if you are a Dzogchen practitioner, you go straight into the meditation practice, which is more of a form of getting used to the nature of mind, the Buddha mind that's always with us at all times. And what Dzogchen teaches is that we were all born as Buddhas, but as we progress through life, we lose that ability to realize what it is. So Dzogchen meditation is a way of seeing that Buddha nature within us at all times, and then to rest in that state of consciousness. And the longer that you are familiar with this Buddha mind, then at the moment of death, you will be able to attain a state of enlightenment that sometimes turns your body into pure light.
Wow.
And if you are able to attain these states of enlightenment, then your consciousness can go to higher dimensional realms known as Pure Lands. And these Pure Lands are where you would hang out for, you know, however long you want to. And it would be something like heaven, you know. You could call it so many different names.
Dimensional.
One of the most popular places is called Sukhavati. And Sukhavati is a very popular place for a lot of Buddhist practitioners who want to go to a Pure Land and practice during their life, so that when at the moment of death, their consciousness instantly goes to Sukhavati. So, I mean, there's so many crazy spiritual things we could talk about on this show, but the Pure Lands is one of the most fascinating things I've ever come across, because if you've ever done psychedelics such as mushrooms or DMT, or anything crazy,
I've done mushrooms.
Exactly. If you do high dosage of mushrooms, you'll start to see higher dimensional realms.
Yeah.
And if you do like 5 grams or more of mushrooms, sometimes you'll be able to peek into like the bottom layers of these Pure Lands. Yeah. I mean, if you do DMT, you definitely will start to graze the bottom of these Pure Lands. You're not going to enter them fully. You're just getting a peek of what it can be. So psychedelics are a really powerful way for people to learn about Buddhism, to learn about the Pure Lands. It's not that you become a Buddhist. It's that you start to see Buddhist imagery. You see Buddhas, you know, you see Krishna, you see all of these highly spiritually awakened beings. And you, like for myself, I saw a lot of Hindu iconography, and I didn't ever study it in my whole life. Like I saw Tibetan and Chinese and Buddhist imagery, and I've never studied or cared about these things in my life. So when I had my psychedelic experiences, why was I seeing these things? You know, it's something that's universal, whether you're a Westerner or Easterner, you're going to see these beings in these higher realms.
Yeah.
And it's going to make you wonder, like, what in the
Yeah.
world is going on? Like, how am I seeing these things? How is my consciousness creating these images, whether
Yeah.
you're seeing them or whether your consciousness is creating them? This is what led me on my path
Yeah.
of session, of studying the rainbow body, studying meditation, finding the Dharma, finding Dzogchen.
That's
They're
pretty
all
deep.
integrated.
That's pretty deep. Like
You
one
have to
time,
everything to find it.
one time I took like, I don't know, maybe 7 at night, and like it lasted like 10 hours. Like it felt like it was like forever. But like I remember like I was seeing like colors, and like I felt like I was protected by like all the fears, like all that stuff, like, and like I had to stay up because like I did like cannabis and mushrooms, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
I felt protected by, like I was out, like even this room, this four corner, 4 wall room, like I was beyond that. Like I was thinking with my mind, and like it gives answers. Like it gives answers. Like you can see like 3 months ahead, a year ahead. Like it gives you like visions. And then I sober up enough like so I can carry out those visions. So like it has some wisdom of the universe. Like that's what I received from it.
Amazing. You see this wall behind me here? All of these chairs,
Yeah.
they all turn into the flower of life pattern. And I could like put my hand through it, and I could move my head around and see it from different views. So it wasn't something like a hallucination. It was actually like appearing in my reality.
Yeah,
And
like
then
sacred geometry. Sacred geometry?
yeah, you can see the sacred geometry, but not only that, you can move and walk around it and look at it as if it is stationary, but you're like looking at it. It's not like a hallucination. It's actually there in real life when your third eye is temporarily open during these psychedelic experiences.
Wow.
Starting to see,
I totally feel
You're
that and see that. I can like see the
you're seeing
unseen.
4D, 5D, and barely 6D, I've been told. So you're starting to see through the barriers of reality to what's truly there at all times. It's just that we can't see it when we're in our normal 3D mode of living. So that's why it's really important I always encourage my followers on Instagram to study and practice psychedelics, because
Yeah.
it is one of the most secret modes of seeing that you could actually have in this lifetime that's available. And can you imagine, there used to be like hundreds of years where the human civilization never even knew that there were higher states of consciousness. Like I can't even imagine like what it would be to live in that type of society. But we're so lucky now to have all sorts of psychedelic, substances to experiment with that are safe. And
Yeah, healthy. It's
it's,
natural plants. Natural
it's safe.
plants.
And like I've been healed of so many mental and emotional afflictions throughout my life, even addictions, just from mushrooms. Like one night of mushrooms can heal an entire life of any sort of like addiction. And that was just like, whoa, on top of the visualizations that you see, you get like healing, physical healing, mental, emotional, spiritual.
Even the pain on your heart, if you got pain, like if someone hurt you like emotionally, like it feels like it's just healing you. Like you don't even worry about that. Like everything is happy and stuff. Like
you said it, man. Yeah,
Like it's pretty cool though. Like I like doing daytime, like outside, like just chilling in nature, like outside in nature, sunshine and stuff. It's been a while though. It's been a while.
You're brave. I would have never do it in the daytime. I'm more the nighttime type of guy who likes to do it in darkness with earmuffs and blindfolds on for part of the time.
Yeah.
So it's like a extreme sensory deprivation experience, and you're 100% into the visuals, and you're just like astral traveling out all these realms, and you're seeing all these beings, and you're seeing all these environments that are just so bizarre and so alien and so
so alien. So alien.
Can't imagine what I'm seeing. Doesn't make sense.
High consciousness.
I've tried to like recreate artistically some of the spaces that I've seen. And I used to show these artworks in LA for a few years, but that wasn't enough for me. You know, people weren't getting it. So that's when I started my Instagram and started talking about psychedelics and whole thing, you know. Then the map emerged out of that experience. The map was put on Instagram, and to this day, it's probably like awakened millions of minds to like secrets of our reality that they should know. I think people should know everything on the map to have a better understanding of what's really going on in the world, why there's evil, why there's, you know, war, why people are suffering. It's not just something that's random, it's something that's been planned for ages. And it's up to people like you and I to teach others how to escape Matrix, so that they can have the dream life.
I got like 6 minutes because like it's remaining meeting time. But yeah, let's keep talking. Let's keep talking about it, because like I had like a vision, not a vision, but like awareness, like unseen awareness. Like I think that's good. Like it's like an insider. Like with all the stuff that's on the map, it's like telling us about this world. It's like you got some inside knowledge, like, and from your research, your meditation, and all this, like, and you put it together. It's like we need to take heed to this information, because like I don't know how I would have learned this if I didn't find that map. But like it's like if you had like a drain, and like that, everything is energy, right? And like all those things are like dots on the map, and it's part of our world. And it's like we're plugged in, just like how we got social media, we got all these outlets. It's like an outlet almost, like we could choose, like how you were saying, we could choose, like it's like a drain in the tub, but like every point on that map is like something like we can like vortexes or something. Energy.
You can get lost in one of the topics for just years. You know, you could just pick one topic on the map by just throwing a dart at the map, whatever the topic is. You could just study that for decades. That's how deep you can go. But then you have to ask yourself, like, what am I getting out of it? If I study UFO until the day I die, am I going to attain enlightenment? Definitely not. To attain enlightenment, you need to practice meditation and become a loving, compassionate person and dedicate this to all beings. And this is the way to raise your vibration and your consciousness and your heart to a level that is necessary for you to have some sort of an understanding of what it means to be enlightened. An enlightened being is somebody who can become omniscient in a way that all of their suffering in their life is gone. And once that's gone, they're able to help all beings, not only on this earth, but in the universe. So an enlightened Buddha can literally help countless beings. And that's the whole point of becoming a Buddha, is that you want to help others in every realm and every dimension that you can think of. But first, to do that, we have to work on ourselves. We have to heal ourselves mentally, spiritually, from all of the afflictions that we've gained since we've been born, not only in this life, but past lives. So all of the karma that we've been carrying with us, we can clear it all by practicing meditation and remaining in the non-dual state of the Buddha mind. This is called non-dual meditation. And it's what a lot of the Taoists practice. It's a lot of what the energy work is dealing with. You're dealing with the non-dual nature of mind when you're healing people with your intuition. So these are all ways that are leading us to realizing what it means to become an enlightened being.
When you say non-dual, like what does that mean?
Non-dual means it's not a duality. The reason why we have so much suffering in this world is because people believe that everything is a duality. People believe in beauty and ugliness. They believe in rich and poor. But somebody who's rich to me may look like they're poor to you. Everything is relative, you understand?
Yeah.
So that duality is what's creating so much hatred and confusion in our world.
Separation.
Because Exactly. It's because you believe in something to be true and I believe it to be false. Therefore, you and I are not seeing eye to eye, and therefore anger arises, or jealousy, or confusion. And that's how you have wars, and that's how you have all of the mess that we see in our media. It's just so much garbage of people arguing and becoming annoyed at one another.
It
over
kills the vibe.
Everybody has these strong beliefs that they believe are solid objects that are real, but nothing is real in this world. Everything is just energy. You know this already.
Yeah.
Everything is just energy. Everything is just space and energy.
We share the same universe.
Exactly. But it's when people start to label your universe as this and that is when we start to have this duality. We believe in something to be false or true when actually nothing is true or false. Everything is just space. So this is what we try to practice when we study the Dharma. We try to see everything as emptiness and space.
Bro, we got 1 minute. Let's come back. I'm gonna rejoin because I got the free plan. But let's come back and we'll take like a little break and we'll come back. Like I'll start back. That was good. Thank you. We'll come back because I would love to talk some more, man, about this stuff. Like it's really great.
Okay.
Great information.
So are you gonna stop the recording?
Yeah. Let me see. So yeah, I forgot what we was talking about.
Well, let me ask you a question. How did you get into UFOs?
Aliens? I don't know. I like talking about it. I'm interested. Like I'm curious about like what's going on outside of this. Like why Elon Musk wants us on Mars. Like I'm interested in. Like I'm a skeptic too. Like I don't just like go with the flow. Like I know so many things. Like some people they try to like program me, tell me to fall back in line or something like energetically, but like I feel things like I was saying, like and like even on the map I think it's about like what we resonate with and knowing ourselves, like because I'm 31 now. Like I steer clear, like I gear towards different things, like it's what I resonate with. Like I know what I like. I feel like a lot of information is already inside of me and I'm just evolving. But like UFOs, that's something like Area 51 and stuff.
Yeah, I was into that topic for years before I was into Buddhism and the Dharma. So I had to go through this period of discovering truths that were so difficult to fathom and really grappling with, you know, the nature of our reality. And what really got me into space was studying all of the secret structures that they found on the moon and Mars, such as pyramids and bases and ancient artifacts from previous civilizations.
Wow.
Scattered throughout our solar system. And this really, really fascinated me the most. And, you know, at that time, it was just like fuel for me. Every day I would watch hours and hours.
Yeah.
All different angles. And when you start to amass like hundreds of researchers over time, you start to see like a narrative that forms, like what is true among all of these people and what seems very far-fetched. And what you do is you just build this large database within your mind of what it could possibly be. So on the map, I put, you know, things that really resonated to what could truly be out there in space. You know, a lot of these people are talking about the same things. So I put those same things on the map because it seems like if you listen to like 100 researchers who talk about these things, they all seem to say the same thing about the moon and Mars and different factions of these secret space program alliances and corporations. You know, you start to build this bigger picture of reality, which may not be 100% true, but is a lot better than what you're going to see in the mainstream news, which is basically 0%.
Yeah.
So
I'm
building my own, I'm trailblazing my own way through the secret space program and all of the secrets in space. And I encourage other people to do the same thing, and then, you know, create their own maps and their own ways of seeing like what's truly out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the end, we'll see what really is going to be shown to us through, you know, disclosure in, you know, either small ways or big ways, like you mentioned, where everybody in the world, all the governments are in on it as well, which is, you know, which is the goal.
Yeah.
We want all governments to admit it, and to admit that they have these technologies that can heal our civilization, you know, overnight.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the whole point of disclosure.
So do they have like energy control or something, like some type of technology that like keep us low or something? Like I wouldn't know. Like, is there a technology?
There are negative ET groups who use these type of technologies to keep us dumbed down and mind controlled to a certain extent. And then below the ET groups, you'll have like the highest levels of the elites on Earth, the humans,
Yeah.
who are also in on it. And they're basically pawns for these negative ET groups.
Wow.
And it's been like this for thousands of years throughout human civilization. We've always been some way manipulated by negative ET beings, but at the same time, we've also been protected by angelic ET beings.
Okay.
That's why when you read the Bible, it's always a battle about angels and devils. It's just a name for ETs and light beings and dark beings.
Extraterrestrial.
And on. Yeah, it's an age-old war,
Okay.
and the human population has just been karmically in the middle of it for ages.
Yeah, I want to
And,
know what our president know. Like the presidents, like what they know. Like they hiding so much.
They know some of it, but not all of it. Like on the Great Awakening map, on the very left side, you'll see a section that says top secret.
Yeah.
And in this section of the map, you'll learn that there are 35 or 34 levels of top secret below the president. And there are also 34 levels above him. So that means the president is just in the middle of what's shown and told to the president.
Yeah.
There are generals and military people who know more than the president,
Yeah.
who are not allowed to tell him anything. So the president is like 35 levels below the highest clearance. So even the president has no idea what the military is doing.
They should
that's
give up.
how-
They should have some levels for us too, for everybody. Everybody should be on one accord or something. Like I don't know.
Hey, man, the dream is that we all get UFOs one day and we can fly around the galaxy and never have to pay money again.
Be in harmony and know information. Like they got so much wisdom they hide from us. We gotta find it.
That's why all of the benevolent ET groups, they're fighting for us. They want us to awaken to this knowledge so that our world can literally be a free energy world where we don't have to work, we don't have to worry about money. All we do is just explore, travel, have fun, meditate, build a new Earth,
Wow.
and then go out through the galaxy and help other planets do the same.
That'd be lovely.
Like, look at it in the biggest picture. That's what we're headed towards. That's the new Earth.
Civilization, love,
Yes.
and harmony.
Free, no cage, no prison, free Earth. Everything is healed. Everybody is healed. The Earth is healed. It's
All right.
coming, man. Like
Bro, that sounds like
all-
freedom. That sounds like heaven and freedom.
it's what we deserve, and it's
On Earth.
what this is headed towards. It's just that so many people are lost. They can't see it. They don't know that it's coming, and they just believe that it's going the wrong way instead of the right way. That's why we need to have these conversations to tell people that, you know,
What do you think
the new
about?
Earth
What do you think about
is-
the Illuminati and the Masons? Because I
It's all-
love music and stuff. I like music.
it's all true. It's all real. It's out there if you want to go and look for it.
Yeah,
But
I
the
would.
main thing is that all of those people are really hurt and they're not healed inside. So they've been running their whole lives with emotional and spiritual imbalances, which makes them confused and makes them detached from the oneness of who we all are. And that's why all of these people in these industries, that's why they band together and try to create these dark and evil groups for, you know, whatever negative reasons that they want, is because they don't realize that there is another way. They don't realize you can choose a path of light and love and peace and healing. And that's basically why our world is being controlled by these negative elites. It's literally because they have been so detached from the truth of oneness that you and I have been talking about in the show. So that's what we have to do, try to heal these people and bring information to the masses of what they've done, so that we can, you know, everybody can awaken and help heal the chaos that's being caused by these elites.
Yeah, I wish I didn't live in Louisiana. I wish I was on that end with you. Start a tribe, like not like digitally like a group, like a Facebook group, but like actually like a retreat or something, like how they got in Amazon and stuff. Like
you can find so many types of groups of people around your state and your part of the country. Sometimes just going to like a metaphysical bookstore, like a spiritual bookstore, is the best way to meet others and join groups and meetings and lectures. Like I used to attend UFO lectures and seminars like all over LA.
Yeah.
And that's where I met all of my favorite, you know, spiritual UFO researchers. And that's how I got into this whole world, is from following these people and listening to their stories, and then, you know, meeting people who really did, you know, see UFOs, see ETs, have contact. They really went into space, went to the moon, went to Mars. You know, you talk, you meet these people, and then you start to meet others, and you compare their stories and their lifestyles, and you know, you just kind of read it all out energetically, and you just pick the most fascinating things and just keep exploring until it leads you to your highest path.
I'm thinking the Eastern way. Like I read a book called Eastern Wisdom for Western Minds, and like it's a lot of wisdom on that, and like even India, all around China, but and then like South America. So like I know it's like even in I started to read a book, like it was about like some Chinese stuff, and they talk about movement and how the breath and stuff, and like how everything is like flow, and like the organs and stuff, and like the elements of everything. Like it was like some wisdom and like just motion. Like how I was trying to say this, like we pay attention to the signs of the universe, like in that book The Alchemist. I don't just go off of books and stuff, but like it's just the flow of life. Like how like in slavery, how some people escape, like they knew, like they tricked the master, and like they like it's just motion and resistance and stuff. It's everything in movement, rhythm.
Very fascinating. Yes, I studied the Tao Te Ching for a long time, and it taught me, you know, how to move within a world of duality, how to think, and how to behave. And a lot of that has to do with understanding energy and your role in the flow. You know, the word flow is a huge key word when you study Eastern philosophies. And it's all about knowing how to jump into the river of life and let it take you where it may, without trying to fight to reach the shore. You know, people jump in the river and they're so afraid, they try to swim to the shore, and then they get tired and they drown. But those who let the river take them where they may, you know, you're in a state of equilibrium. You're observing everything, and you're not a victim to life. You're more of an observer, a fascinated, curious observer.
Okay.
And you learn to not get angry at things, because you understand that everything is changing, constantly changing. Eastern philosophy is all about changing, impermanence, the non-duality of reality. And when you start to embrace and live that kind of lifestyle, especially when you study the Tao, or you practice Tai Chi, you practice Gong, energy, movement, arts, you start to realize that you're just like an observer. You're just like a leaf in the wind.
Yeah.
And you are in tune with this energy, you are healing yourself, and you are also raising your consciousness.
It's like
and
we are
your
the
heart.
Buddha. It's like we are the Buddha, like hands, mind, like we're observing, like how you say, like we're the Buddha, like we're the Buddha. We're conscious.
We've always, but it's our mind that tells us that we are not. So once we learn how to stop listening to our mind, stop listening to the negative chatter within our mind, then you'll start to realize the non-dual state of enlightenment, the Buddha mind. All of the energy things that you study, it's always going to lead to the end goal, the end point is this non-dual mind where it's not affected by the situations in our world. It's always in a state of equanimity. It's always the observer. It's never the reactor, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Nice.
The all-seeing eye is the eye of equilibrium, of equanimity. It's never judging. It doesn't judge things as good or bad. It just sees everything as what it is. And
It's like art.
from that up, it's in a state of peace. Yeah.
It's like art and love. Like come from a place of love intentions, like understanding others and stuff.
Exactly. Because there's no judgment, so that you can love everything. There's no dislike. There's nothing to dislike. You're just always in a state of natural bliss.
Yeah.
Beyond the concept of love and affection and all these attachments that we have in this life. You know, love can be an attachment that creates suffering.
Wow.
But if we see beyond that attachment, there's more. There's a bliss that's always there. Whether you're in love or whether you're not in love, there's always a bliss that you can have in your life. If you see through it, you can have this non-dual bliss. And this is what meditation teaches us, how to connect with this bliss that's always been there. This unchanging state of bliss has always been there since we were born. And the more that we remain in this state of meditation, then the more we awaken to the truths of reality. We start to see the impermanence of everything, rather than thinking everything is permanent and real and forever.
Yeah, the unseen, those different dimensions, like we can go deeper even in our space that we're in, like we can go deeper. Just awareness, but not focusing too hard all the time. Like sometimes but meditation, like I feel light coming through me, like when I meditate, like it feels so peaceful just to calm the mind. Like we need that often, like to calm the mind.
Always. That's a form of meditation known as shamatha. And shamatha is the calming aspect of meditation. The part of meditation where you're using it as a tool so that you can bring your mind to a state that's not full of dis-ease, disharmony, stress and worry, things like that.
Yeah.
So very important to practice the shamatha meditations, such as visualizing light, healing yourself.
Oh yeah.
Or just practicing breathing. That's a form of shamatha, the most number one form of shamatha. It's always important to keep these forms of meditation going on a daily basis until you get to the more esoteric forms of meditation, where you're focused more mainly on the emptiness, the shunyata of all phenomena, the impermanence of everything at all times. That's more of the wisdom aspect of meditation that you develop after you practice the calm, abiding shamatha forms of meditation that you already know about. Even your healing that you do.
Yeah, I do grounding meditation. I got different release techniques, and one time a lady from India, she did a fire meditation. She told me about a fire meditation. Have you ever heard of fire meditation? Like looking in the candle and being the flame, like you can feel the flame, like
I gotcha. Yeah, there's a
being
name
one.
for it.
Yeah, being one with the flame. Like
That's one form
you,
of shamatha meditation. It's a form of concentration meditation. You look at the flame until you can empty your thoughts of all distractions.
I became the flame. Like I resonated with the flame. Like I was like close to it, and like I was just conscious. Like I listened to all the details she said, and I felt like I was the flame too. Like I could relate. Like it was a metaphor too, but like I felt like the energy from the heat of the flame, and then myself, like I resonated with it. I kind of like attracted it and stuff.
There you go. The key is to remember the state of peace that you are in when you do these meditations. And then when you are going about your day, try to remember that state of bliss that you felt during that meditation. Because that same state of calmness and bliss that you felt during the flame meditation is always with you, even when you're not meditating. So if you can remember how to go into that state without the flame, that's the whole point of the flame, is to teach you that you already have this state of peace within you at all times. And when you're driving in traffic and going about your crazy life, that state of peace is always with you.
Yeah, it was like a candle. Like I had a little candle. Yeah.
Yeah. Just try to remain in that state at all times. Just remember to come back to that non-dual state that you felt when you were with the flame.
Yeah.
And just practice coming back to it throughout the day. Many times, short moments repeated many times becomes automatic. One of the lamas taught me that.
Practice.
So,
How you said
yes, practice short sessions many times throughout the day.
Okay.
Don't try to sit for 2 hours at a time. Nobody has time for that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to sit in meditation that long, unless you love it like I do.
I did an hour before, like an hour of meditation, or sometimes I did 20, but I need to get back to it. I need to do it often. Like it's like I need to do meditation often, exercise too. What do you do for exercise?
Exercise, I just do walking.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
when I used to live in LA and stuff like that, I used to work out a little bit. But once I became a yogi, I only practice like a gentle forms of exercise. I don't do any lifting or anything like that.
yeah. Like just for like for
Like
blood
yoga,
circulation,
kind
flexing and stuff. Not
of
like
simple
yeah.
postures is the best for me at this
Okay.
time of my life.
Yeah.
But
That's good.
practice many times throughout the day, short sessions, like 5 seconds of meditation, many times throughout the day. Just remember that state of bliss for 5 seconds, and then just go out about your day again. And then whenever you remember, just come back 1 second, 2 seconds.
Okay.
Just practice meditation in this way, many times throughout the day, short sessions.
Okay.
That's the best way to understand the non-dual state of mind, the bliss that's always there.
Yeah, I need to unplug from social media. But I do love talking to good people. I love talking to good people. Like it's like it's refreshing. Like it's like I'm recharged. Like if I took some rest or something, like I feel refreshed just talking about good things intellectually and going higher in vibration. Like it's cleansing to me.
Ready to go out and change the world, man.
Yeah. That was great. You still wanted to talk some more, or like how do you want to transition into like you want to focus on anything else, or like that was a great talk.
If you explored the map and asked me, what you wanted to, then it's cool. But anything else on the map that you wanted to talk about before we take off?
Okay. I think we talked about Illuminati, but I wouldn't get into that. I'm scared of them.
How did you get into all of these things? How did you come across the map?
Someone on a group, like they was talking about, I forget which group. Like they got spiritual groups online. Like I think it was like they told me about like the Great Awakening map. I was like, what is the Great Awakening map? And then I went and look it up. Like I type it in. Like they show like a picture. Like somebody had a post and stuff. Like. And like they just talking about like this like a spiritual group and stuff. Like they talk positive and stuff about it. And like I went look it up, like because I want to know this information. I'm trying to like if they like on 2012, like how they say they built a spaceship. I'm trying to go to the next chapter of what I need. I don't want to be left behind. Like I'm trying to stay in the know. And cause I'm interested in the stuff. So I went and looked up the map. I checked out the website and like it was interesting. And I actually seen a YouTube video, I forget his name, that you did. Y'all was talking about like Meldeck and stuff. Y'all like he was like a philosopher or something. I don't know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, the map is censored on Google and Instagram and all as many social media platforms as you can imagine. So it's been really hard to show people the map these days. But if they look for 5D Awakening map, or if they go to the website, awakening5d.co, they can find the official map, the official site, the official shop. Other than that, I encourage everybody to keep sharing the map across all social media platforms, just so you can awaken one person, you know, whether you awaken one person or you awaken millions. If you post that map and you change somebody's life, you are forever in this positive state of karma with them and with your own life. You're helping people find the truth. You're helping people escape the cage. You're helping people escape the matrix.
Yeah.
And if you lead somebody to the path of enlightenment, that's the highest dharma, that's the highest karma, that's the highest type of vibration you can receive from the universe. So I try to encourage everybody to just share all the information that they like. You don't have to share the map, just share information that makes them happy, that makes you the most joyful. And if that leads somebody else on the path of spiritual awakening, then that's already, you know, priceless.
Yeah.
You've already done the most that you can do in this life. Is show somebody the way, and they need to take that first step themselves. It's not something that you force on people, but
Yeah.
we literally show the way, and it's up to them. So I encourage people to check it out, and they can find me on Instagram at 5D Awakening Consciousness. The shop link is awakening5d.co.
Yeah, man. I hope that we have longevity and like we spread a lot of knowledge and we reach like people with our energy and like we grow and other people grow and like the world could be better, like because it's kind of like a lot of stuff going on and like they seal knowledge. They like they have seals and stuff and like they keep it hidden and it's just too much. Like we like they're unhonest with the public, like even on the news and like what's happening and stuff. Like that some of this, like even like when I was looking at the map about the technology and stuff, like they probably had iPhones back in the 80s. Like how we don't know. Like the technology they have today, like we won't see it probably till 50 years from now. Like
Exactly. That's exactly what they say about the secret space program technology. It's more than 50 years in the future, and they can literally see and hear anything on this world at any time. They have technology to see any location, anywhere, even in the middle of the earth.
wow.
Doesn't matter where you or what you're doing. They can see you dimensionally, you know, interdimensionally. They don't. It's not just 3D. They're using 4D technology that transgresses time and space. So you have to remember,
Wow.
these things exist already. It's just a matter of time until positive groups make this technology available to humankind so that we can live better lives without any type of suffering that we all are a part of.
I believe in teleportation.
It's all true, bro. All of that stuff is true. And, you know, 5D ET beings, that's how they get around. They teleport.
Yeah.
It's through their mind that they're moving around the cosmos, not through technology. So once you attain a 5D state of consciousness, that's when you are just light. You don't have to have this body of blood and bones. So a 5D being is a teleportation being of light.
Wow.
That's why angels are. That's why angels do what they do. They just teleport everywhere.
Yeah, we are light bodies. We're light beings. Like we're social, emotional human beings, and energetic, like we're energy, like water and stuff. I was looking at a Instagrammer. He got a YouTube and like he talked about the moon. Like I don't know if he's into physics or something, but he's talking about the moon charging and stuff, like when it's a full moon eclipse and stuff, and like how the moon and the sun is like Wi-Fi. It's like the what the moon is made out of when it charges, why it lights up like that. Like the sun is charging it, and then like that it has to do with us too, like as above, so below, and like the ocean, like it's the ocean is like a conductor with the water and the North and South Pole, and like it says something about like with the zodiac signs and like the moon cycle and stuff. Like it's crazy. Like I was kind of woke to this stuff. I was like, wow, like it says a lot, like with Mercury retrograde and stuff.
Oh yeah, if all of the planetary bodies within our solar system, they have an effect on us. They have an effect on our bodies physically and spiritually, emotionally. So that's why astrology is so accurate. It's because just from the planets orbiting where they are, it's going to have different poles on our body from different ethereal realms. You know, our bodies are not just 3D, they're like 4D, 5D, 6D. There's higher dimensional aspects of our body that are being pulled by these planets.
Shift.
So that's why when Mercury is retrograde, we feel it.
Yeah.
That's why when the sun is having its thing, you know, we feel it. Like the past few days has been really heavy for me. I can feel all of the energies. It's not just me, it's other people in this world.
Me too.
Yeah, it's been one of the most challenging weeks of my life, and nothing's really happened. You know, it's just like my mind and my emotions are just constantly repeating the most annoying things, you know. But for a yogi, we use these negative thoughts as food. We see through them. We see the impermanence of these thoughts, you know.
Yeah,
Nothing is
the seasons changing. Yeah,
the
it's
mind is
changing.
changing. I'm gonna be happy in a few moments. Don't worry.
Yeah, the mastering the emotions. Yeah.
The master that everything is changing, nothing is permanent. There's nothing to latch onto. So just let it be.
Okay.
Everything is just like the ocean. It's always rising and falling.
Yeah. Flowing. That's nice, man. Like we're not in the past. We're not 2 minutes ago. We're in the present. We're hitting the now. Like we gotta be mindful. Like that's something like wow.
In Dzogchen meditation, we don't dwell in the past and we don't dwell in the future. And most people would think that we dwell in the present, but even the present is constantly changing.
Yeah.
So for the Dzogchen yogi, you release the notion of the 3 times and you abide in the 4th time, which is known as the Buddha time. Buddha time is a state where there is no past, present, or future. You're just observing. Observing with no judgments, no labeling of time, past, what's present, what's future. You're just here now.
Yeah. Wow.
It's simple,
so we don't need no
like,
book sack. We good. We learning from people. Like we don't need to write nothing down. The world is our classroom. The universe is our classroom. Like we don't need no book sack. Like, but yeah, you know, we gotta be smart. Sometimes we need clothes. Like I remember when I went to New York, like I had like a light bag. Like I learned that like when I was in it's like a mini boot camp, like but like a leadership program, and like we had structure. It was like NJRTC, and then we learned structure. They taught me about not watching TV because we didn't watch TV that much.
Yeah, on the map, man, it says kill your TV. So you know what that means.
Yeah. But it is mindfulness. Like the third eye talks about like universal awareness. Like I like in school and stuff, like learning that, like universal awareness and intuition. Like sometimes we can't be in one spot. We gotta like go other places to learn different things and receive the knowledge. Because if we just imagine if I was like in this city all like my whole life, and like I never explored like Anthony Bourdain, like Parts Unknown, Like
Mm.
he learned so much knowledge. Like I'm sure he went through a lot of pain too, all that like just traveling and some of the energies he picked up. I don't know like how his life was, but like he learned so much and he was happy about food and stuff. Anthony Bourdain, Parts Unknown, like that opens a mind just seeing different regions and stuff and the people you meet, like social stuff.
I love that show. I watched probably every country he's been to, and I love the places he would go to, especially like in India,
Yeah,
just those parts of the world. Like I just came back from India for my first time last month, and I also had this connection with my backpack. I tried to pack as little as possible.
yeah,
I tried to have the most minimalist setup, but it was still heavy. So I haven't learned yet to like shed off my material possessions to a point where it's just like this sack on my back. You
yeah,
know, I had a lot of problems traveling India with my backpack and causing me so much pain. So that was a lesson I had to learn
yeah.
of being a yogi. And it just goes to show like you can travel anywhere you want in the world, but it's the mind that's what's keeping you either attached to where you live or in fear or, you know,
Rustiness. Gotta slow down. You slow it
it's,
down, but like you gotta be constantly moving and stuff.
yeah, I mean, I was able to go as far as I could go before getting sick. And then I flew back to Thailand. But it was my first true taste of India and how to travel that part of the world.
Yeah.
So when I'm for it again, I will understand that I need to shut off more before I go.
I learned like even when I went to that little that military thing, like to prepare, you gotta prep and like think about it all, like things that you might need. Like you gotta cause like I remember like when I went there, like I was in like the 10th grade and like my pants, I didn't even have a belt and like I had a whole bunch of luggage and like the sergeants and stuff, they was like, y'all come over here. Like he was like run. He was like run. And then I'm like running with my bags. Like I had too much stuff. Like I like it's just too much stuff. Like and then we had to put our stuff up and like we had apartments and stuff. Like but it was like wow. But it was fun too. It was a good experience. Like you meet different people and stuff and you eat, but like you couldn't watch TV. So like it was all like training and stuff. But I didn't go to the military. All my brothers and sisters went though. Yeah. It taught me
Cool, man.
structure. It taught me structure.
So what are you up to? Like, are you gonna keep exploring one certain area of spirituality?
I thought
What do you
about
think?
shamanism. I thought about like the Eastern stuff, like meditation, Buddhism, and even Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism. But I want to get into a lot of wisdom and like unplug from social media. But I still want to do podcasts, just like how you doing. But like some of the stuff, like it pulls me in, like sharing memes that I don't want to share, but it might be funny, like, but it's like in my spirit, I know that it's like awful or something, like, and
My account is so shadow banned, like you wouldn't even believe it. And I'm barely hanging on there to my followers because Instagram has been shadow banning my account for like 4 years. So I still post memes that are very on the borderline of getting kicked off, but I have to, you know.
yeah, it's actually good stuff.
There's millions of people who need to be saved from the knowledge that we share. And you know, there's no more time left in our world. You know, time is just always ticking away. Death is always coming at any time.
Yeah,
And it's the yogi's responsibility to awaken people in ways that they could never have imagined, whether it be through a meme or through this podcast, or, you know, walking by somebody in public, you just happen to glance at them, changes their life.
bro.
There's so many ways, you know, just your energy, yourself, you walking through public as a healer, you're
Yeah,
probably healing the thousands of people who are like walking around you in your wake. So somebody like you is just this magnet of healing wherever you go, whatever you
yeah,
say, whatever you do. And it's just something that we as light workers, as healers, and as artists and creators, it's what we do, you know. we give back to this world as much as we can.
Yeah. I just
in
wanted to
secret,
say that again.
in secret ways.
Yeah. I just want to say you're brave for making that map because, like, I know, like, on my end, like Louisiana and stuff, like, and what I know about this world and my experiences, just know, like, people are watching, like they got people like all types of different things, like not talking about aliens or outside the world, but like Illuminati, Freemasons, like they don't want this information shared. So we got to be mindful. Like we got to get back to the basics, do our meditation, and get smarter. Like sometimes we gotta but like I know you free, like you're free to like you free spirited, you're gonna share and lift people up because that's the vibration. But always, protection and stuff. I thought about like mushrooms and stuff and cannabis and like that's pretty good stuff. Like I love how it makes me feel happy, it heals me and anxiety gone. How's it going? We're back. Had a little break.
Back. But you can
Boom.
find me. I have the Great Awakening 5D Awakening.
Oh, nice. I didn't notice.
So if you guys want to check it out and go explore all of the deepest rabbit holes known to mankind, you can check it out at awakening5d.co.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I didn't even talk about the Q stuff. I already know that's a mess with the Q. But yeah, it's information. Some people they follow into that, and it's crazy stuff. But it's like the
Everything
earth, like the stuff, the earth part.
You.
Huh?
Yeah. Everything on the map is designed to awaken you and lead you to a path of finding the truth of reality. What's really going on? Whether it's whether it's light or dark topics, everything is designed to be a catalyst for a spiritual awakening.
Yeah, it can influence you to go down the right path.
Absolutely.
I resonate. I gear towards like a magnet. I pull more towards like shamanism and psychedelics and energetics and meditation. I pull towards that.
The term Great Awakening is a term that's been used by many enlightened beings, such as Jesus and the Buddha and all sorts of enlightened masters. They've always used the term Great Awakening to refer to not just a small awakening, but an awakening where your entire reality is shifted.
It motivates you every day.
Once you've seen and realized the truth, then your life forever changes and you never go back to the person who you once were.
I totally believe and feel that. Like getting all that knowledge and like being awakened to the truth. It's like you motivated every day and you're not going back like to the old ways. Like once you have that, like you're gonna grind harder. And it's just like people that's rich, once they got the money and stuff, like a basketball player, they're gonna keep working, they're gonna be networking, they always on the go. But like some people, like the conscious community, the people that's like really like, even if they at the bottom, like how I am, like I think like if I get that knowledge, like and like do meditation, like yoga and like learn the stuff, like I know there's blueprints out there and like it's a lot of stuff. Even the information we share today, like it's like just gotta get on the path, like find a teacher. Like you seem like I think that was a Jackie Chan movie. I forgot the Karate Kid, yeah. Like how they was talking about chi and energy. They was talking and they taught him, they had a master, the teacher, like in like how they have in China, like the karate, or like they had the master, the teacher, and the teacher could teach you so much. And it's just it amazed me. Like I'm interested in a lot of that stuff, like Buddhism. I've been to a temple. But yeah, I didn't mean to keep you so long.
All of the Eastern teachings will lead you on the right path of enlightenment. If you are already on that path, keep going. It's your destiny, it's your calling, and it will definitely lead you to the highest calling.
Yeah. I totally believe it. Like I did a lot of writing, music, Like my first love was basketball, and like I got into podcasting. Like when I went to
Mhm.
massage school, it was a lot of information. It's like a stimulation of information. It was very stimulated with a lot of stuff like information and knowledge. Like just going to college is like it's a lot, and it was healing too. It was healing. It was overwhelming because I didn't pass my license test, but I did graduate and stuff.
Just dip your toes into everything that you find interesting,
Yeah,
and it'll eventually lead you to the highest calling always.
yeah.
So
I got a roadmap. I
really,
got a roadmap because I got that map. I got a good roadmap.
that map has the path to enlightenment in one lifetime. If you choose the path of Dharma and you study the meditation techniques of Buddhism, the rainbow light body is a very real possibility for everybody. But
What?
it's something that you start now and dedicate your life to as a practitioner. Don't be overwhelmed with the light body. It's something that everybody can attain. And it's not something that's necessary to attain. It's
Yeah,
just something that happens to you when you attain enlightenment. And at the
yeah,
moment of death, that's the test, whether your consciousness is going to be in that state of equanimity that you've been practicing your whole life.
yeah.
So I encourage everybody to have that type of interest in past lives and future lives, and the equanimous state of mind that's required for that light body attainment.
Present in time, like that, like just like a person, like in a world, in a universe. Like it's like it's probably more than a universe. Like it's probably something beyond the universe. Like it's just like that third eye stuff, like the center of everything. Like, but like knowing that we all are one, like respecting people, respecting people's energy, and just energy. Like it's like if you know a lion, like if you're outside and you see a lion, like you resist it, like you know the history about lions. So like it's just like we're resisting and things are flowing, like, but like we still got to be good and educate ourselves and grow in the we got to evolve, mature. Like it's too much negativity, and is we can love each other, but like how I see, like even in my community, and like it's some low vibration, but I gotta focus on the higher because I gotta lead by example and be a voice. But I see like even it's been an American culture for so long, like with like gang culture and stuff, like that stuff is low vibration.
It's always there because it's been planned
I'm
to be
rare.
there.
I'm rare. I feel like I'm rare. Like but I need to be physical. I need to be militant too. Like, but I could teach people and help lift them up. But it's so much I can do because I'm just one person out of mass of millions, and but it's a lot of people that's like good people too, like you, like us coming together and uniting. But yeah, even the like all the stuff, like if you dissect everything to like like I'm under a microscope, but it's just so much to think about. Like, but we got to get something done, like be in the present, like how you saying, present mind in the now, in the how you said the fort,
Time, Buddha
fort
time.
Buddha time. Nice, but
Buddha
yeah,
time isn't with the label of time.
yeah,
Time is just a label that our mind created.
yeah. How you was describing the fort time, the Buddha time, like
It's neither
observing.
past, neither future, and it's not even in the present. It lets go of all of those words. It lets go of all labeling of what even time is. Doesn't even consider time as a concept. Just lets go.
Yeah, let's
Just is.
go. Okay, I see. Like the chakras is like, like it's just like that. Just letting things flow, like not being so tight, like relaxing.
The
It's just being.
chakras are always,
It's a
and
awareness, like, huh?
the chakras are always flowing, always spinning,
Open, like,
always.
yeah. I agree. Like I studied this stuff. It's just making me more sharper minded, like iron sharpens iron, like I did say in the Bible. Even though I'm not like Christian and stuff, but yeah, It's good stuff though. It's all like we always learning and stuff.
Cool, man. I'm really glad that you could talk to me on this show about anything you wanted. So if you ever want to go even deeper for whatever topics you want to talk about, I'll try my best.
Oh yeah, I believe we could do a part two, like another episode on your show, or like you can interview me, or like, but like there's so much I know like already, but like I be trying to find out newer things and like just evolve and like go higher in crown chakra alignment, like Kundalini, man, Kundalini.
Keep focusing on what makes you most excited, and it's going to always lead you to the greatest spiritual path. And it's going to be one that you never, ever imagined.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going to the Philippines, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm interested in Thailand too, because like y'all got some good stuff going on.
Go wherever the universe takes you, man.
Yeah.
That's the best. That's how I ended up here.
How? Tell me, Messenger. Tell me
I used to live in,
huh?
in the Matrix. I used to live in the Matrix of Los Angeles for years.
Yeah.
Orange County and LA, Inland Empire, if anybody's familiar with that area. And, you know, that whole area is like samsara to its max. Samsara is the matrix, the realm of confusion and suffering and ego and competition and you name it.
Yeah.
I'm sure the world is like this, but, you know, just to pick on where I used to live, the matrix was just overwhelming for me. I couldn't handle it. After you awaken and you see the truth, you just cannot handle it. So I decided to change my entire life and become a yogi and study Dzogchen because I was so fascinated with the rainbow body. And I was lucky enough to find 2 lamas in Orange County. And they taught me the first 2 years of Dzogchen. And then I moved to Thailand to become a yogi and live in meditation retreat where I am now. So I live as a yogi, and I've been doing this for about 4 to 5 years now.
Wow.
This is like my 5th year, maybe
I need to get some experience. I need to
and
learn.
it's been the most liberating time of my life. Also challenging, but challenging in a way that wasn't like stressful living in California. So taking that wild leap of faith is something that is part of the spiritual journey. You don't know how you're going to make money. You don't know how you're going to eat or live, or you don't even know what type of friends and people you're going to be with. But to move your entire life to a new place, so foreign from where you used to live, is one step of becoming a yogi. You have to be in a place of the world that is so foreign so that you have no attachments to home, family. And that was one of the most exciting things I ever did in my life, and the most well done aspects of my life. I have no regrets. That's what I mean. So now, you know, it's my 4th, 5th year as a Dzogchen yogi. I'm still learning about Buddhism and Dharma every day and learning about the Dzogchen practice. And it's just going to go like this until the day I die. And that's what we do as a yogi. We just practice and practice and practice, making sure that we understand the true nature of our mind, so that in any situation when death occurs, we are ready to become enlightened so that we can travel pure lands and benefit countless beings in all dimensions, in all realms. We're not just benefiting our own selves, we're benefiting all beings in this world and every other trillions of trichiliocosms of the universe that we have. Because when a Buddha attains enlightenment, it allows all the beings in the universe to attain enlightenment as well. I mean, there's not just one Buddha, there are countless Buddhas in many, many, many other dimensions and galaxies and whatever you want to call them. Buddha is just a term for somebody who has awakened to their nature of mind. And it's something that we're all doing right now. You're doing it in your own way. I'm doing it in my own way. And
what, the Buddha conscious?
Exactly. Just returning to who we truly are, man. Okay. That's all it is.
I wonder what's outside of space. Like, what's going on? The all-seeing eyes over us, some aliens.
You live in the East Coast. So if you want to ever go over to, I think Washington, there's a ranch called ECETI Ranch, and it's the most famous ranch in the world for seeing UFOs and ETs. I mean, they see them every night.
Wow. Every night. That's popular.
Yeah, they have night vision goggles. They can see anything in the sky.
Wow.
You're gonna be amazed. You're not gonna wonder what's out there. You're gonna know that there's stuff out there. I mean, just something like that on the map. It says ECETI Ranch, James Gilliland. You can contact him and go hang out with him
Wow.
on his. You can have contact with ET beings telepathically, physically. The list
Wow.
is endless.
Wow.
I mean, everything's out there if you want it. Just go and get it.
It's like a key that it's like some wisdom that I didn't know about. It's like Grand Theft Auto cheat code.
Yeah, you know what's up, man.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code. The whole map is a cheat code for things that they don't want us to know.
Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. I had to pause in time for a second just to think about it. I was like, wow. And,
Yeah, you've been given
huh?
the keys to enlightenment. All you got to do is turn it.
Yeah. I'm actually in Louisiana. I'm in the South, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
That's amazing though. But anything you wanted to say, like we could definitely stay connected and stuff. Like that's cool. Like I follow you on Instagram and stuff. But yeah, that's cool. Like I love to do a part two, like come back woke. Come back woke.
Cool, man. Hit me up anytime on Instagram and let me know, man, whenever you want to hang out.
Yeah,
Hit me up.
I love to go deeper into the knowledge and even meditation. Like that's something I connect with and some deep stuff. Like you gotta stay close to source and like teachers and stuff. Like it's because I don't always get the information and stuff. So but I do like I vibrate high and like I feel energy and stuff. I go off of that, but sometimes like Facebook can be just crazy with the memes and stuff. With how people share something and I share it's contagious, like how smiling is contagious. But I try to like talking, it's just flowing and like it's not writing nothing down. Like some people misunderstand text and stuff. Like so I love video or like talking audio because like it's just natural, it's free flowing, it's spontaneous from the heart. And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
We can reveal so much more information when we have these conversations. But if you guys want to see some memes, check out my Instagram, 5D Awakening.
That was a good one. Love it.
Cool, man.
That was natural. That was charismatic communication. Love it.
It'll blow your mind away, memes.
Oh yeah. But so you shared your social links. You could tell them again, like when we released it, like how they can get the map or whatnot.
Cool, man. Please visit my shop at awakening5d.co. Please support all my work, and you can buy a poster or t-shirts. Every item on my shop is designed to awaken your consciousness, and it's designed to red pill other people who see you wearing the shirts and the hoodies and the hats that I have designed, to help red pill this entire world. So whenever you wear one of my shirts in public, you're going to be teaching sacred esoteric knowledge to people who would otherwise care less. So everything in my shop is designed to help awaken consciousness, and it's all inspired by psychedelic journeys that I've had, and you can read about it on the website. But it's a very hyperdimensional type of boutique, and the shirt designs that I sell are, just go and check it out, you'll see what I mean. It's very 5D kind of things.
And you made the hyperdimensional art yourself. Like, how did you get into hyperdimensional stuff? Like, I don't even know what to call it. Hyperdimensional?
You can only make hyperdimensional art if you have done psychedelics such as mushrooms and DMT.
Okay.
And once you do those type of psychedelics, you are going to naturally become an artist or a musician or a writer or a chef. You're going to want to create and you're going to want to show people the things that you've seen in these impossible higher dimensional realms. So for me as an artist, creating landscapes of these psychedelic visions was just a natural calling for me. So the hyperdimensional art that you see that I've created,
Wow.
these are glimpses into the psychedelic mind, especially through psychedelics such as DMT, my favorite.
Bro, that's amazing. Because like as you were saying that, I was receiving spiritual downloads, and like it's like you are connected to source. Like you can, that's manifestation. That's like taking like what you get from like out there, like the messages that you receive, and then you create into this world, into this physical world. Like that's amazing.
Like my body and my hands and my eyes are just filters for the source, and the artwork that comes out of what I create is barely like 1% of what you see in these spiritual realms. But we still try, you know, even though it's like a futile endeavor to try to create what we see from these realms. It's still something that we artists do, and we never give up.
Wow.
Even the map that's found in the hyperspace realms. The map is just this, it's just this tease of what it really means to see psychedelic realms of knowledge.
Wow. Creative. I love writing. I used to do art, like draw pictures and stuff, like cartoons and stuff, like Hey Arnold and Dragon Ball Z and all that. I used to draw stuff like that, like in middle school and high school, and then like it's like I did a little art classes and stuff, but I got out of it and I switched to writing. Like I got into writing. That's my gift, writing and speaking.
Just keep going, because one day you'll start to realize you have another talent that you didn't even realize, and writing was just one of them to get you there.
Yeah, true. Like it got me to podcasting, like, and communication. Like I took a course and stuff. Just gotta branch out and keep getting better.
Thanks a lot, man, for having me on your show.
Oh yeah, man. Champ, like is you the champ, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Namaste.
See you later, man.
All right, we'll connect more. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, check it. Welcome to the Nihan Arrive Show. Nihan has arrived for show. I'm gonna give you more from the heart and soul. So whether you in the kitchen or on the road, on the go, give it a listen. Give it a listen. Positivity, harmony, good vibes only. It's a goal, right? Whether we love or fight, check in with yourself. Don't go a day or night without inner peace and self-love, alright? You never knew I can be on the mic. As always, peace, love, and light. Aw, snap.